Back live at Bristol, caution just came out. Kyle Busch had some trouble in turn 4. Some of the leaders have pitted, Vince.
2 tires for Brad Keselowski and a round down on the track bar. They debated 4-2, went with 2. Doc?
Left side tires only for Trevor May. Remember, he took right sides the previous time when the tires were given up and he couldn't hold on, entering and exiting. Jamie.
And they debated if they should bring Ricky Stenhouse Jr. in. They brought him in right sides only for the 2nd time in a row, down and away. Dave?
Kevin Harvick wants his car tightened up a little bit. It'll be a track bar adjustment, and it looks like a right side tire change. We'll see if they go for 4, but everybody else is taking 2, so they're going to need some track position.
Well, the one who did not pit was Elliott Sadler in the 2. He's going to go to the lead. But all these guys that just got at least a couple of tires are going to be pretty close behind him for this restart. That'll be interesting. Well, a lot to talk about as we get down to the final 32 laps here at Bristol. Some pit strategy, the reason for the caution, and so on, all before the restart. Let's first of all show you how Kyle Busch brought out just the 4th yellow of this race. Kyle was running 7th at the time and left some things behind in turn 4.
The car was fast, but you see a brake duct hose come out from under the car. It's like it may have gotten up against that right front tire and cut it. And sent Kyle up against the wall.
Somehow he managed to keep from hitting it with any substantial
Yeah,
contact.
he made a little contact but didn't pound it.
Now, watch coming to pit road, Elliott Sadler in the 2 and Brad Keselowski in the 22. Ew.
Yeah, a few games being played there, trying to decide who was coming, who wasn't.
Yeah, it looked like Keselowski was thinking about, staying out if the 2 car was making a pit stop, and then he just wanted to do the opposite of whatever the 2 car was doing, and they came together at the commitment line.
So Sadler is now the leader. He and Casey Kane in the 38 did not pit under this yellow. The only 2. Someone who was cost by problems on this pit stop. Kevin Harvick went for just right side tires on his pit stop. Our ESPN in-race reporter today got tagged for speeding exiting the pits. So since he was going to have to go to the end of the line anyway, came back in and got the left side tires on that 33 car. But Kevin goes from 5th to 14th for this restart.
Those extra pit lines on speed lines on pit road may have got him.
Luke Lambert made the call to leave Elliott Sadler on the racetrack, Dave.
There was some debate there, but ultimately you stayed out. You have enough car to get these guys to the end.
Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's been really important to start in the high line all day, so I feel like we made the right call there. Depends on what happens on this restart, but I think we'll be good.
Did you see him get knocked around coming to pit road there? Is the car okay?
Yeah, I saw he did, but the tire looks okay, so I think we'll be fine.
Right, it is Bristol. I guess a few bumps and bruises are okay on the way to victory lane, right?
Car can't go into victory lane without a donut mark on the side, right?
Absolutely not. Yeah, you see a little dent there in the rear.
I'll tell you, I like track position. And here at this racetrack, it seems like to me, no matter what it costs, I'll take that track position. I think that's what Luke's thinking here too. Is I know we're not going to have as good of tires. We know if we stay out, we'll start up front, and we'll take that and see what happens. I mean, the new tires, the right sides might overcome this, but I like track position.
Yeah, it's a gambling way you go about it. That's what makes sitting on that box so difficult. And with this particular tire, they're not exactly sure how much it will come back, but what we have seen is it be pretty durable here.
I know the first race that Elliott Sadler won in the Sprint Cup Series here, he did not take tires. Stayed out when everybody pitted and drove away.
I think the best thing he has is Ricky Stenhouse has to start on the inside.
Yep, 2 and 38. Cars in the front row did not pit. Everybody else behind them did. Most took just 2 tires on their stop. There are some further back that took 4.
This might not be the last caution either.
You think? Got 13 cars on the lead lap. And we're down to 28 laps to go for a win at Bristol.
Well, those front 2 really spinning their tires as they try to get going.
Stenhouse squeezing his way up into that outside lane in front of Dale Jr. in the 5.
That's the first time that we've seen the inside car on the front row be able to get up in there. Casey Kane was able to keep that 2nd spot.
Look at this. 4th place on back. Big knot.
Stenhouse gets loose off of 2. Junior gets a spot.
Careful. A little bumper there. Austin Dillon in the 3, Trevor Bayne in the 60.
And you tell these guys it might be bank like Daytona, but it's not. 3 wide's hard to do.
Yeah, these last 24 laps are going to go real quick.
Ryan Truex in the 20, also in the mix there in the top 10 in the closing laps.
I'm watching Trevor Bayne. They changed left side tires there. I'm not sure that's working the way that they wanted to on their car.
While all this is going on, Elliott Sadler has gotten away.
His best friend right now is Casey Kane, holding off that 22 car, Keselowski.
Yeah, that was big whenever Casey Kane was able to slide up into that second spot.
Close. One of 7 races that Martin Truex Jr.'s younger brother Ryan will drive for Joe Gibbs Racing in this nationwide series. In that 20 car.
He's doing a nice job down there on the inside. He's done a nice job all day long. They had a speeding penalty on pit road back under one of the cautions earlier in the race, but they've rebounded from that nicely.
Yep, see the scoring serial there on Ryan. Going to be 3 wide here. Allgaier low.
It's getting dicey now. Oh, Ryan Truex did a nice job right there.
Still 3 wide. Now Allgaier gets a spot or 2.
You just kind of feel the tension in that group right there. Michael Annett, 43, also on the lead lap. Haven't called his name much today. Got to wait around a little earlier to get back on the lead lap.
Hey, Junior's got this 5 car rolling. Doesn't look like he's going to have enough time to get to Elliott.
About to give up a spot here. Joey Logano in the 18, trying to take that 4th spot away from Dale Jr.
I don't think he can.
Been a pretty difficult grind for this 5 team today, Dave.
But it's probably the best that it's been all day, Alan. It starts free and gets neutral. That was the report during the last run. They took on 2 right side tires and otherwise left it alone.
He's using every bit of that racetrack in the corners, isn't he?
Yeah, he's using up Joey's patience a little bit too.
And Logano putting a slide job. Here comes Junior back on the crossover move.
You tell me, as a driver here, are these guys smiling and having fun racing like this, or are they really tight and kind of angry at each other?
Both. Yeah, they're smiling because it is fun. But I think Junior felt like that he had the spot. But the slide job, that's what you got to expect from this racetrack now. With the configuration, you expect that to happen. You just have to try to make that crossover move work. And in doing that, and I would say if that were the case tomorrow, we might see a little bit more rubbing and banging from the 2 of these drivers.
Not missing anything up front. Elliott Sadler with a very comfortable lead on Casey Kane. All these double wide races back inside the top 10. There's Stenhouse continuing to slide a little bit in that 6 car.
Yeah, just some contact between these 2 cars. Allgaier got into the 6 just a little bit, but they sorted out now.
That's pretty good contact.
Yeah, that cut a tire down in a hurry, but everything's okay
So far. Still got 10 laps to go. And Bayne and Truex still at it in the 20 and the 60. Kevin Harvick behind them, trying to pick his way back from the speeding penalty on the pit stop a minute ago.
Maybe I have to give you credit. You said that Elliott Sadler would set sail from staying out there and starting up front, that was going to mean more than anything, and I was questioning that, but
I'll tell you, track position here is the most critical thing, and he got it right there by staying out. Even though he was one of 2 that stayed out, it's still, no matter what it costs, I will take that.
And by having a good handling car, he hasn't abused his tires to this point, and shows the durability of this tire. A lot of Cup crew chiefs watching this today.
Oh,
right?
yeah. Oh, yeah, they're watching. This is the exact same tire they'll run tomorrow.
I know it's very early in the season. It's only the what, 4th race of the year, but I'm thinking the way that we've seen Sadler in the 2 and Stenhouse in the 6 perform so far, this is going to be a great championship.
Oh, it really is. These two drivers very determined. I think both of them still, even though Stenhouse won the championship last year, a lot to prove yet to a lot of people that, hey, I deserve to be in a cup ride. And I think both of them have that mentality.
I'll tell you who's got something to prove. These cup stars are coming over here. They hadn't won one yet. Finding it going a little tougher this year.
Harvick 33, Truex 20. That's back for 9th and 10th place.
I can tell just talking to Elliott Sadler, he's so excited about the cars that's being put under him. He's appreciative to Richard Childress and that organization, and really has a great relationship with his crew chief, Luke Lambert. So that's the kind of things that you need to happen, and we know what Ricky Stenhouse and his team can do, so I think it'll be a tremendous battle right to the end.
Now 3 laps to go for Elliott Sadler. They'll go by in a hurry here at Bristol. Came back to the Nationwide Series last year, went winless. Very disappointed in his season. Paired up with crew chief Luke Lambert and Richard Childress Racing for this season in the 2nd race of the year. Broke a very long dry spell, 91 races in the Nationwide Series, plus going back several years on the Sprint Cup side. Now to open this season, he's going to be 2 for 4.
Not a bad batting average there.
Checkered flag is up. White flag is up, I'm sorry. I told you they'd go by in a hurry. I was
It happens
hurrying
quick,
along.
though. Get ready.
That's quite a lap you made around here.
I'm telling you.
Hell yeah!
Second win at Bristol in the Nationwide Series for Elliott Sadler. The strategy call got him track position, and he did the rest. Two for 4.
I know they were excited about the prospects, but I'm not even sure that they would have predicted they could win 2 out of these first 4.
Pretty impressive so far. Look at Luke, man. He's happy. Loving life now. That's Big Mike Sears. Long-time crew member over there.
Your mama's here for this one, man. That's awesome. Yeah, I think that's the first one, my friend.
Elliott's parents were here, actually stayed in his motorhome with him last night, so we're excited to be here. Tell how excited he is. Anytime you win at Bristol.
That's pretty good right there. He took his helmet off while he's still burning in the rear tire. That guy is good.
Know what it means to win at Bristol? That'll tell you all. Well, Luke Lambert made the strategy call that got him the track position, Jamie.
He's making things look easy, making all the right calls. You're 2 for 4 in wins now. Did you ever second guess that call to leave him out?
Yeah, I mean, there for a second we kind of did, but we knew that the most important thing was where we needed to start on the restart, and we knew that was the only way we could guarantee it. So I think we made the right call for sure, obviously.
Congratulations, Bristol winner, as his driver does his burnouts behind him. Alan.
That's the first time since 1995 that the first 4 races of the season were won by non-Sprint Cup drivers. And certainly injecting a nice shot of energy into this NASCAR Nationwide Series, with Elliott Sadler taking his 2nd win of this young season already. He'll make the drive up onto the roof of Bristol's unique victory lane after his on-track celebration. It's pretty slick here. Burn the rear tires down and take the helmet off at the same time.